Hi friends, it's Olga. Welcome to BA Blog. Today we make a deep dive into consulting. It became rather popular and growing area. The consultants are in demand. We often hear this is a good career option for a BA. However, most of us have no clue who they are, what they do, and what it takes to become a consultant. Today we're gonna cover this gap and see who are the solution consultants, what they do, how the consultant engagement looks like. So if you are interested, welcome on board. I can say that less than a year ago I had a very vague idea about consulting in general and consulting in software development in particular. I saw people with consultant titles in my company. I knew they are bright guys who do some super cool stuff and use some smart words like design thinking, holistic view, digital transformation, and etc. I heard that some of them are former business analysts who switched to consulting. For me it was something like out of space, unclear and unreachable. Until one day I came across a curious letter in my email box. It was to one of our engineering managers, and for some reason I accidentally was added in the copy. It was a letter from the head of digital consulting group. The email said they are looking for newbies who want to join the team. It also said they would host the digital consultant town hall in our Ukrainian office, but the number of participants is limited. For some reason I decided it was destiny and I need to go. So I ran into my boss' office almost shouting there would be an event in Kiev and I must be there. I probably was convincing because in a week I attended the town hall. There I first met consultants in blood and flesh, real people. They were talking about nature of their work, different kind of engagements they participate in. They also shared their personal cases of how they switched to consulting. I learned they came from different areas. There were business analysts, solution architects, delivery managers. Later, I found some consultants are experienced designers and content strategists. I even met a guy who was an expert in operational change management, helping clients to build new processes and make them work. What they had in common was years of experience in delivery, strong expertise in a particular domain, technology or functional area, and an impressive number of success cases. In other words, solutions they built or optimized. I learned that BA and SA consultants are involved in lots of pre-sale activities, scoping the solution, proposing the architecture and technology stack. I have a separate video that goes into details of pre-sale process. You can check it to get more ideas, so I won't focus on it in this video. The most exciting part was that all these guys participated in consulting engagements that, as I found, are quite different from what we used to in delivery. I learned that consultant engagement is focused on transformation of entire customer ecosystem. In other words, it is not about particular platform, features, capabilities or interfaces. It is focused on entire customer operational model, organizational structure, tools and platforms they use, methodologies they follow. And it is not only about providing some recommendations for improvement. The ultimate goal of such engagement is to lead the clients through entire transformation process from current state to desired future state. This is a long journey that typically includes several stages, like discovery, operational blueprint, transition to delivery, implementation, solution adoption, as well as further support and maintenance. The consultants are usually involved in three first stages. For them, the journey starts with analysis of current ecosystem state and identification of pain points in technology, processes, and people management. The team closely collaborates with the client to understand problems, gaps and points for improvement. The duration of discovery phase, as well as approaches and techniques the team uses to execute it, varies depending on multiple factors, starting from ecosystem complexity and into customer availability, and this is a separate, huge topic that deserves a separate video. The next stage is the definition of the desired future state. The particularity of the consultant engagement is that there are no clearly defined requirements. There are problems like broken processes, outdated technology, incompliance with regulatory standards and requirements, and it might be multiple different ways to solve these problems. The mission of the consultant team is to define the optimal solution, following the best practices that will be compliant to industry standards and legislation, also affordable for the client. And the key word here is optimal, not the best in class or the most expensive. To understand what is optimal, the team would make an impact analysis. In other words, they will analyze what systems, processes, departments, and stakeholders will be affected by the change and how. On the other hand, they evaluate what it would take from the client to adapt the change and how ready the ecosystem is for the change in general. They also assess potential blockers, risks, and dependencies to select the solution that fits the best. The team would also define the measurement strategy, in other words, metrics and KPIs that will allow the customer to measure the results of transformation in terms of quality, efficiency, and cost effectiveness. Now, having a vision of solution, the team would define the change strategy. In other words, they would define particular steps to be taken to complete the transformation, like data cleanup, process automation, migration to other platforms, or change in operational model, and etc. The team would estimate the solution, calculate the cost of implementation and ownership, align the resource plan, build the roadmap with milestones, locating all changes in time, taking into account dependencies. Finally, the team would pitch the solution to the client, justifying it and explaining why it is optimal and beneficial. And if the client is happy with the solution, the team would make a transition of the solution into delivery so that the delivery team can proceed with implementation. As you can see, each engagement is challenging as well as time and effort consuming. Here, I have to say that the consultants team are not stable. The team is formed for each particular engagement, taking into account what experts they need, how many and for how long. The BA consultant moves from one engagement to another, changing the team and location, collaborating with different experts on various tasks for numerous solutions on different methodologies and technology stacks. So coming back to the town hall, it was my first acquaintance with digital consulting and it was life-changing. That day I decided to take my chances and join that group. I hope you are still with me watching this video. If you do, please leave your comment and let me know if it was interesting for you. Should I make a video on how I joined the digital consultant group and what was my first consulting engagement? I am waiting for your comments. Thank you for your time and attention. Good luck and see you soon!